ever thought about long term, and I want to challenge you with this, is that do you know the custody laws in Brazil? If you were to have a child with a Brazilian woman?
No, I'm not ready for it yet, so I haven't studied it. But
I would tell you to be aware of it. There is a very famous case that was on Dateline. It's been all over the place. In Brazil, the mother, if you were to, she would actually get full custody of a child. Actually, it was a woman. They got married in Brazil, came back here, American guy. She ended up leaving him, took the child to Brazil, and he could not get his child back for quite a few years. Have you ever looked into some of those mechanics of how those systems work down there?
no, but like I said, I'd be relocating, so.
Okay, so I would challenge people to, I would challenge men to look at the, not just dating, but the full law of everything that's there. Because there are, there are things in other countries where all I say is all that glitter is not gold. And I want people to be as informed as possible. And in fact, I would love it if some of the guys could do videos on this and actually talk about it, and maybe some of the protections and things you can get, because this was a big deal. And actually it's happened to quite a few dudes dealing in Brazil. Does that sway you at all? Or is that something for you to think about?
Not at all. I mean, what you're getting from the woman is better for that risk, yeah.
Really? That's amazing. That's shocking to me. All right, guys, do you have a...
All right, welcome back to another episode. This is Mike Perkins, one half of MVP, one half of Opinions I Like podcast, one half of Mike and Vince Perkins, and for this here, I'm the whole show. I just watched the interview with Melanie King and Austin Holleran, and looking at it first, like, she was really the first, I want to say 18 minutes of it, she was really, really, like, it just seemed like she was just having an interview. And at the last 2 minutes, she broke bad. She did, her programming came all the way through. And she did what women do in the beginning, as you saw in the clip. And that was the last 2 minutes of it. The fear mongering, the blatant, the obvious blatant lie, because I can't imagine that this case was all over everywhere. Like, it's what people who play poker like to call a tail. Right? If you got a good hand, you wipe your head. If you got a bad hand, you scratch you scratch your arm, that kind of thing. And it's like, when black women specifically are lying their fucking ass off, they say shit like, it's everywhere. It's everywhere. It's all over the news. It's like, bitch, so it's all over the news, and conveniently you got to tell me about it, and it's all over the news. How about that's not true? And everything's so strategic. It's like the sip of the drink, the looking away from the camera, as to not have your lying eyes be right looking at the dude. Everything is so strategic that it's just like, yeah, you're lying. You're fucking lying. Like, you're not even trying. You're just lying. Eventually, like, in the whole interview was cool. Like, I was looking for it, because the way that people described the interview, I thought it was wild. I thought it was something crazy. But maybe she said something beforehand. But during the interview, she was pretty cool. For 18 minutes. It was a 20-minute interview. For 18 minutes, she was cool. You know what I'm saying? And then as soon as it's like, have you looked at the custody laws in Brazil? Like, she's looked at the custody laws in Brazil. She ain't looked at no custody laws in Brazil. And let's be real. Look, your chances of having a custody situation here versus in Brazil, I mean, I don't know the custody laws in Brazil, but motherfucker, it's probably a better chance of you having a custody issue here than there. Because there is a patriarchy. Because there, you know what I'm saying, they probably got some sense. They're probably afraid to do the goofy shit that you do here, because you have laws that benefit you here in taking the kids and saying, fuck you, nigga, I'm out. That's nervy. That's nervy. And you're doing that to a 23-year-old who, look, to give him credit, he has held frame this whole time, which is fucking amazing. Again, like, dude is just fucking amazing. You know what I'm saying? At this point, we just got to say he is who he is. You know what I'm saying? Let's get this nigga to 100,000 followers immediately. Get him to 1 million. Get him to 2 million. Fuck the, get him to 1 million. You know what I'm saying? Support him, super chat him, do whatever you need to do. Get this dude over 1 million immediately. Because I think him being over 1 million helps everybody. It helps the whole thing. He ain't got to claim nothing. He ain't got to be a part of nothing. Just point to, you know, every time a bitch say something wild, Austin Holloman. You know what I'm saying? And we don't have to be submissive. Austin Holloman. Well, I mean, you want me to cook and clean? Austin Holloman. Well, you want me to, you just want a bitch to just do whatever you like the bitch in the beginning of Coming to America. Austin fucking Holloman, okay? That's my answer to all this shit. Austin Holloman. Austin Holloman. That's my answer. And she had the nerve to, like, during her lie, you know what I'm saying? Does that sway you at all in any way, shape, or form? It's like, no, it doesn't sway me. Because I know y'all. I know y'all. If I have a baby, he's from Texas. If I have a baby with a woman in Texas, what do you think the chances are that me and her being married, 80% of the divorces being filed by y'all, 90% of the custody hearings going in y'all favor, 97% of the fucking resource splits and alimony going in your favor. What are the chances of me getting out of that shit? And more than half of the marriages end in divorce. What are the chances with all of those 80, 90, 50%? With all of that shit, what are the chances, Melanie? Oh my God. And this is the thing, and this was the killer. This was the killer. Because at the end, what she did was sinister and just devious. Not only did she say all of that goofy lying shit, because she's fucking lying. I ain't got to look it up. She's lying. You know what I'm saying? That's one. She's lying. So let's just immediately dismiss anything she said with regards to It's Everywhere. It was on Dateline. Shut up. It wasn't on fucking Dateline. I ain't got to look. You're lying. You know what I'm saying? But the sinister thing is that I saw the comments and everybody's all, my YouTube wifey, you so beautiful, your hair. And then what she did is what bitches do. And she sick the men in the comments, or the men that are content creators that fucking love her dirty draws, that are licking their fucking computer screen in their phone when they're watching her, and saying, y'all should do videos on her. Y'all should do videos on that. The Brazilian custody laws. The laws of custody. As if you don't have custody of your kids. As if the women that are around you don't have custody of their kids. As if the dudes who you're around don't have the same custody issues that maybe this phantom, you know what I'm saying, American guy who married a Brazilian woman has. Like, the lies, man. It is insidious. It is it's ridiculous that you're 40 years old and you're trying to scare a 23-year-old from acting in his best interest. That's fucking sad. You did a good job, bitch. You did a good job. All the way up to the last 2 minutes. And I had to see it for myself. And I'm like, it looked like it was good. And it was. She said, well, I ain't trying to sway you. I'm just trying to. And dude held frame. He is now the answer for everything. He's the answer for everything. A man should do that. Austin Holloman. On a date, I want $500. You should be spending $500 on a date. Austin Holloman. Austin Holloman. Who's that? You'll see. Austin Holloman is the answer to all of the bullshit that you're going to deal with. Melanie King, that was poor at best. That was poor. Looking down and to the right, taking a sip of your drink, not looking directly in the camera, like we don't know that you lying. Like, we don't know that you lying. We kind of get that you lying at this point. And the lie was this is another thing. We're dumb. That's always the thing I get mad at when people lie. You know what I'm saying? It's like, okay, now we got to be dumb because you want to get away with something. You want to get away with lying and telling this big fat ass lie. And this is the thing too, it happens all the time. Those are tales that a woman is lying. Like, it happens all the time. You see it all the time. It's everywhere. It's like, well, since it's everywhere, why you got to tell me about it? You know what's everywhere? Bitches twerking. That's everywhere. You ain't got to tell me about bitches twerking. You know what I'm saying? You know what's everywhere? Bitches with bad attitudes. You ain't got to tell me about that. You know what's everywhere? Niggas losing custody of their kids in the States. That's everywhere. You ain't got to tell me about that. You ain't got to tell me about none of that shit but you got to tell me about some shit that happened in Brazil one time with a dude that married an a Brazilian woman and got his kids taken away from him back to Brazil. Shut the fuck up. Would you not talk anymore? Your talking is done. Austin Holloman is the fucking answer. But every time a bitch say something, say Austin Holloman. That's the answer to everything. Austin Holloman. Austin Holloman. That's the answer. But I'm gonna get on out of here, man. That is sick. That is sick, Miss King. And another thing too, you niggas better not do no videos. You niggas better not, I know they are, but you better not do no videos trying to say, well, yeah, it did happen. Because you're going to be looking for nothing. You're going to be looking for nothing. I would love to see this article. It was on Dateline. Bitch, you lying. Anyway, man, that's my time, man. I'm Mike Perkins, and I'm out.